It is said that the Tibetan monks are aware of every breath and every heartbeat. No matter what's happening on the outside, on the experiential level, no matter what's happening on the inside, thoughts and emotions. No matter what's happening in the way of conversation or interpersonal interaction, still aware of every breath and every heartbeat. To become so intuitive is not that difficult. Our breathing is already happening. Our heartbeat already happening. Where is our awareness if it doesn't notice the heartbeat and the breathing? Simply means our awareness is on inner world or outer world, thoughts and emotions, or conversations and experiences. In any moment, we can return our awareness to our breathing and our heartbeat. The pace of grace. Tuned in with nature and life. Present, unaffected by the thoughts and the emotions. That which is breathing this body and pumping blood around this body continues just the same. A little faster at times or slower. Doesn't really matter. Can we tune in the moments of distress, in the moments of judgment, in the moments of hardship or struggle? Can we simply return our awareness to the pace of grace? And notice when you do that everything else seems to fall away. Judgments, concerns, fears, desires, story, problems, just the purity of the heart pumping, and the methodic inhale and exhale that brings life to this being. Bringing our awareness to these subtler expressions of the moment. Bypass the more overt expressions such as thinking, egoing, judging, resisting, commentating, labeling, desiring, avoiding, suppressing, exaggerating. Does breathing require any belief in order to happen? Does the heartbeat require any effort? Is it good or bad that the heart beats the way it does? Is it right or wrong to function at the pace it functions? Do we think to ourselves, I should be breathing faster or slower, or somehow differently to how I'm breathing right now? Or do we simply breathe? Truth requires no belief to be as it is, no effort to function as one unified being. It functions as one, regardless of whether we are aware or unaware, whether we are awake or asleep to truth. We live in a world of unity. Even if we believe we live in a world of duality, approaching life from mind with its pairs of opposites, night and day, hot and cold, male and female. We may believe the content of our thoughts or our experiences, and thus we have turned our attention away from the pace of grace, from the unity of all existence. We have forgotten who and what we truly are. And yet this doesn't make us anything other than what we truly are. Even though our awareness may not be on breathing and heart rate, they continue just the same. Life continues as one, regardless of what we believe, regardless of where our focus, where our attention, where our thoughts and our feelings are pointed, where they're coming from. And ultimately, where everything comes from is grace. Yet when we function as ego, our thoughts and our feelings and our perceptions of our experiences and external phenomena come from separation. And for as long as there is the perception of separation, there is a me and a not me. Something can be missing. Something about this moment feels incomplete. Desire and aversion arise. Judgements arise. Something could be better about this moment, the mind says. Maybe tomorrow, or maybe next year, life will be better. If only I have this, or if only I let go of that. Desire and aversion. When we perceive from the space of unity, nothing is missing. This moment, our being, our infinite being, is whole and complete, and completely fulfilled, filled full. When nothing is missing, and nothing can ever be missing from the here and now that is infinite and ever present. by its very nature. This being, this moment, which are synonymous, is always filled full. There is no place else for anything to go. When we believe our perception of separation, that we are an individual human being, well, of course things can be lacking, missing, insufficient, because there is a not me, a not here, a not now, and I don't have. By definition, for as long as we live in ego, in this sense of separation, we can never be fulfilled, filled, full. Because there is always the sense of somewhere else and some time else for something to be. And therefore we believe it is not here, now. We're not whole. We're not complete. And so we seek what we perceive to be lacking, believing that this will bring us happiness. Happiness, fulfillment. Some use the terms interchangeably. Others perceive happiness as a fleeting experience, the opposite of sadness. It comes and goes depending on life experience, circumstance, thoughts. It's not truly happiness in this definition that we seek. Something that just comes and goes in moments. Fulfillment is what we all seek, whatever we call that, whether we're seeking money or fame, love, success, awakening. We seek to feel whole and fulfilled. And all of life moves in this direction, back to unity. Ultimately, everything that happens is a reminder of who and what we are. It's a gentle nudge towards the natural state of being awake, aware, present. Every heartbeat, every breath. Are we tuned in? Are we tuned in to the subtleties of this moment? To what lies behind and beneath and beyond thoughts, emotions, experiences, sensory perceptions? What else is operating in this moment? What is aware? What is joyous and still? What is at peace with all that is? What is infinitely smiling, regardless of what happens in the inner world and the outer world? This is all just experience. The thoughts, the feelings, the interactions, they all just pass through consciousness. Is there really a me to claim them? Who is the I that says, they're my thoughts, they're my feelings, they're my experiences, this is my life? Every heartbeat, every breath. Aware of the voices, aware of the birds, aware of the doors, aware of the thoughts, aware of sensations, colors, and also aware of the breath and the heartbeat. The more we turn our attention to our breath and our heart rate, the more we live in the subtleties and the finer nuances of every moment. We find that by redirecting our attention to the pace of grace, our mind thins, our story has less grip over us. Desires and aversions fade. Ego begins to unravel. And more often we place our attention in the pace of grace, in that unknown mystery that has no face and has no name, that is always present at the center of every moment's experience, silent and still, smiling, joyous, fulfilled. The more it becomes habit to function from this space of pure spirit, clarity, peace, and this is the perfect foundation for awakening to spring forth. The natural state of being. Unity, divinity, Aikya.